We were playing the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. And I'm not sure if people watching at home, I'm not sure if you remember the easy button from the Staples commercial.
Yeah,
and when
easy.
you press it, it said that was easy. I think everyone in corporate America had one at their desk.
Right.
So I put one under the north and south end zone, and I was hoping to score that game and pull the easy button out and run to Carson and have him hit that button. And it's very unfortunate that I didn't get a chance to score that game.
That was the always entertaining Chad Johnson on the show earlier this week. And apparently the Chiefs watch NFL Live because Mecole Hardman Jr. tweeted at his quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, "What do you think?" And Mahomes responded, "As long as you got the fine," which is funny because Mahomes makes 35 times as much as Mecole Hardman does. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the possibility of the Chad Johnson easy button celebration?
I mean, I guess it's cool. Chad always has some cool celebrations, so I like it. I mean, it's cool. It's cute.
Cute. We used to have one of those here. I think there's one around here somewhere, the easy button. We'll have to dig that up and use it at just the right time. But right now, we're going to talk about a story on ESPN Plus about the top wideouts in the NFL. Surveyed more than 50 league personnel to help rank those top 10 wide receivers in the NFL. Davante Adams came in first, followed by DeAndre Hopkins and Stephon Diggs. Key, you've had a chance to peruse this list, and I knowing you the way I do, I feel like you probably felt like making your own. So take us through what would be your top 5 wide receivers in the NFL.
Well, they asked me, actually, Dan, to make my own, so I agreed to make my own.
I just work here.
I gave 5. I didn't give 10 or 20. I just gave a simple 5, and starting at number 5, I got to go with Julio Jones. I think when you look at Julio Jones, his ability, his size, his ability to run routes and break people down, I think he'll have an amazing season in Tennessee paired with A.J. Brown along with Derrick Henry in the backfield, so you got to look at it from that standpoint. At number 4, Stephon Diggs. What can you say about a guy who's just continuing to just – this guy was drafted in the middle rounds of the NFL draft, and all he's done was basically take the NFL by storm, starting off in Minnesota and just recently in Buffalo. And then at number 3, D-Hop. What more can you say about him? He goes from Houston. Bill O'Brien couldn't get along with him, didn't like his play, kind of hurt Deshaun Watson's ability to win games without his main target. So he goes to Arizona, does what he's always done, balled out. And then number 2. It's nepotism all the way around. I understand that he was hurt last year and had a down year. But here's what I would say, as I always say, Dan and Swagoo. They call him Slant Mike. You don't get paid $20-some million and be one of only 2 offensive players at the receiver position to get that Offensive Player of the Year award, only catching slants. It doesn't happen. So I'm going to put him at number 2 with that nepotism. Yes, alive and kicking. And at number 1 is Davante Adams. Is number 1. And I know you're scratching the side of your head and you're wondering, oh, God, man, where's Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill got his own category. Off to the left, all by himself. That's how special he is. He don't go on the wide receiver list. Go right ahead. What you got? What problems you got with me, Swagger?
What list he go on? What list he go on then?
Hey, he's a jack of all trades and a master of none. He's not a receiver, though.
Oh, my goodness, Key.
He's not. He's a special dude that's ridiculous.
See, I'm noticing a trend through this list. I'm noticing big physical wide receivers that win a lot of one-on-ones. I'm noticing the body types of these wide receivers. And you trying to deem Tyreek Hill not a receiver. You can't do that. He's a receiver, man.
No, he's not. He's not. I understand it's WR in the program by his name, but he does so many special things. I'm not saying he's not the most dangerous guy in the NFL with the football in his hand. All I'm saying is on 3rd and 9, when everybody know who's getting the football, we ain't running Tyreek Hill on no routes like that. We just not. They giving it to Kelsey in that situation.
Man. Listen,
it's the reality.
100%. I understand.
I'm not saying he's not good.
Saying, man.
I'm just saying at the WR.
I know it.
At the WR, I want him on my team, and I would take him. I just like traditional wide receivers.
So
there we go. There we go. It came out. That's what I was looking for, Dan Graziano.
Yeah.
It came out. I like traditional wide receivers. So the man ain't a wide receiver because in Keyshawn Johnson's book, he not a traditional wide receiver. He is arguably the most productive wide receiver in the NFL, Key.
I said
and just
he
because
is
they
the
use him on slants and reverses.
He is the most dangerous guy in the NFL with the football
we know
in
that,
his hand.
but he a wide receiver.
all right.
No, not for my money.
I got a call
No,
here.
He's special.
Traditional and a member of the Keyshawn Johnson family. That helps you get on the list.
You wouldn't even know. You
we
ain't
know
never
that
played receiver
for future
anyway,
reference.
Swagoo.
These guys are going to keep yelling at each other. But one guy who was not on
you
either
never break
list.
down D lineman then, and we
Second-year
in
Vikings
agreeance.
wideout Justin Jefferson. I'm just going to keep talking. He tweeted out, "I appreciate the ones that think I won't be as good as I was last year. Y'all are pushing me to an ultimate level, and I thank you for that." So how good was Justin Jefferson last year? Well, glad you asked. He had 1,400 receiving yards, which broke the Super Bowl era record for most receiving yards by a rookie. That record had previously been held by Anquan Boldin and Randy Moss. Not bad company. So monster rookie season last year for Jefferson. Time for some quick reads looking ahead to this year. Key, who from this year's rookie class of wideouts do you think will have a huge impact in 2021?
I think it's Rashad Bateman. When you think about him, 27th pick overall to the Ravens, a big guy that they needed on the perimeter. Outside gives Lamar Jackson that target they need. He may not have 1,400 yards, but he's going to be so important to what they do in the passing game. I believe he'll have an excellent year, no question about it.
I'm assuming he a traditional wide receiver. I'm going with Jamar Chase with
Stop all
the
that
Cincinnati
hate, man.
Bengals, and it's because of the rapport that he already has with Joe Burrow. I know everybody was talking about Cincinnati taking the offensive lineman, but Jamar Chase is going to make a difference in this offense. And then coming into a familiar situation with Joe Burrow, T. Higgins on the other side. And remember, these guys thrive a lot when they have guys that are around them that can make plays as well. I look forward to Jamar Chase having a big one.
Pleasure to be on a show with two wonderfully non-traditional football analysts. We are less than 2 weeks away from the start of training camp, and still, we don't know what